The power of self-love. Unlock true confidence. Self-love is not just about feeling good. It's about truly knowing and accepting yourself. Many people chase confidence in external things, how they look, how much they achieve, or how others see them. But real confidence doesn't come from the outside. It comes from within. It starts with recognizing that your worth is not tied to what you do or what others think of you. If you rely on people's approval, your confidence will always be fragile. One compliment will lift you up, but one criticism will break you down. That's why the strongest form of confidence comes from loving yourself unconditionally. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." Society will always try to mold you into something you're not, telling you what success, beauty, or happiness should look like. But true power comes when you break free from these expectations and embrace who you really are. Self-love is not about being perfect. It's about knowing your flaws and still valuing yourself. When you stop chasing approval and start appreciating your uniqueness, you unlock a level of confidence that no one can take away. The journey to self-love begins with self-awareness. You cannot truly love someone you do not know, and the same applies to yourself. Take a moment to reflect. Who are you beyond what society, family, or friends expect you to be? What excites you? What are your values? What are your dreams? Too often, people live their lives on autopilot, following routines, meeting expectations, and never stopping to ask, is this what I really want? Self-awareness means looking within, instead of searching for answers outside. It's about understanding your emotions, thoughts, and habits. Not just the good ones, but also the ones that hold you back. Maybe you have patterns of negative self-talk, or maybe you struggle to set boundaries. Awareness is the first step toward change. As Emerson wisely said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." Everything you need, strength, wisdom, confidence, is already inside you. You just have to uncover it. The more time you spend getting to know yourself, the easier it becomes to accept yourself. When you truly understand who you are, you won't feel the need to compare yourself to others. You won't need validation to feel worthy. Instead, you will stand firm in your own identity, knowing that you are enough just as you are. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that self-love happens overnight. It doesn't. It's not a single decision. It's a practice, something you build day by day through small actions. Just like confidence, self-love is a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it gets. But if you neglect it, self-doubt and insecurity take over. Start with simple but powerful steps. Speak kindly to yourself. If you wouldn't say something to a close friend, don't say it to yourself. Replace thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," with, "I am doing my best and that is enough." Take care of your body. Eating well, exercising, and getting enough rest are not just about physical health. They send a message to yourself that you are worthy of care. Set boundaries. If someone constantly disrespects or drains your energy, don't be afraid to step away. Choosing peace over toxic relationships is a sign of self-respect. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." Your strength, your confidence, and your potential are already inside you. But to bring them out, you must treat yourself with love, patience, and care. Every time you make a decision that honors your well-being, you reinforce the belief that you are valuable, and that belief is the foundation of unshakable confidence. Negative self-talk is one of the biggest barriers to self-love. How often do you criticize yourself? How often do you tell yourself that you're not smart enough, not attractive enough, or not successful enough? These thoughts don't just exist in your mind, they shape how you see yourself and how you live your life. If you keep repeating these negative beliefs, they become your reality. But here's the truth. You are not your doubts, and you are not your mistakes. Imagine if you spoke to a friend the way you speak to yourself. Would they feel loved and supported? Or would they feel small and unworthy? Emerson once said, "A man is what he thinks about all day long." If your mind is filled with self-doubt, you will act with hesitation. But if you fill your thoughts with self-belief, you will carry yourself with confidence. You cannot control every thought that enters your mind, but you can choose which ones you focus on. The next time a negative thought enters your mind, stop and question it. Ask yourself, would I say this to someone I care about? If not, replace it with something empowering. Instead of, "I will never be good enough," say, "I am learning and growing every day." Instead of, "I always fail," say, "Every mistake teaches me something valuable." These small shifts may seem simple, but over time, they can completely transform how you see yourself. Loving yourself also means letting go of the need for perfection. So many people struggle with confidence because they believe they have to be flawless to be worthy. They think, "I'll love myself when I lose weight," or "I'll feel confident when I achieve success." But this way of thinking keeps you trapped. You will always find something else to fix, always feel like you're not enough. True self-love is not about waiting until you're perfect. It's about accepting yourself right now as you are. Perfection is an illusion. No one has it all together, no matter how it may seem on the outside. Even the most successful people have doubts, insecurities, and struggles. Emerson wisely said, "To be great is to be misunderstood." You don't have to fit into anyone else's idea of success. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You are already worthy, already enough. Start embracing your imperfections instead of running from them. Flaws don't make you weak. They make you real. They make you human. When you accept yourself completely, including your mistakes and struggles, you unlock a level of confidence that no failure or setback can take away. Because confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about knowing that even in your imperfect moments, you are still valuable, still deserving of love. One of the most powerful acts of self-love is learning to set boundaries. Many people struggle with this because they don't want to disappoint others. They say yes when they really want to say no. They allow toxic people to drain their energy because they're afraid of conflict. But self-love means recognizing that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable. You do not have to give them away to everyone. Think about it. If you constantly put others before yourself, always trying to please everyone, who is taking care of you? Emerson once said, "Nothing can bring you peace but yourself." Peace comes when you stop sacrificing your well-being for the sake of others' approval. It's okay to say no. It's okay to walk away from relationships that make you feel small. It's okay to protect your energy. When you set boundaries, you send a message to yourself. I matter. My feelings matter. My well-being matters. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, especially if you're used to putting others first. But over time, you will realize that the people who truly respect and care for you will honor your boundaries. And the ones who don't, they were never meant to be in your life in the first place. Another important part of self-love is surrounding yourself with people who lift you up. The people you spend time with have a huge impact on how you see yourself. If you are always around those who criticize, doubt, or drain you, it will be hard to feel confident. But when you surround yourself with people who support and encourage you, you start believing in yourself more. Think about your current circle. Do they make you feel valued? Do they celebrate your successes, or do they bring you down? Emerson once said, "The only way to have a friend is to be one." This means friendships should be based on mutual respect and support. If someone constantly brings negativity into your life, it may be time to step away. You deserve to be around people who see your worth, who inspire you to grow, and who remind you of your strength when you forget. At the same time, self-love also means being that person for yourself. Be your own biggest supporter. Don't wait for others to validate you. Speak to yourself with kindness. Encourage yourself the way you would encourage a friend. When you become your own source of motivation and strength, no outside opinion can shake your confidence. One of the biggest obstacles to self-love is comparison. In today's world, it's easy to look at others and feel like you're falling behind. Social media shows highlight reels, perfect bodies, successful careers, happy relationships. But what you don't see are the struggles behind the scenes. The truth is, everyone has their own journey, and no two paths are the same. When you compare yourself to others, you ignore your own strengths. You focus on what you lack instead of what you have. Emerson wisely said, "Envy is ignorance, imitation is suicide." This means that when you envy someone else's life, you fail to see the value in your own. Trying to be like someone else only takes you further away from your true self. Instead of comparing, celebrate your own progress. Look at how far you've come, the challenges you've overcome, and the unique gifts you bring to the world. You are on your own path, and it is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust in your timing. Focus on growing into the best version of yourself, not a copy of someone else. When you let go of comparison, you make space for true confidence. Confidence that comes from knowing you are enough, just as you are. Self-love also means forgiving yourself. We all make mistakes. We all have regrets. And sometimes, we are our own worst critics. But holding on to guilt or shame only keeps you stuck. You cannot grow if you are constantly punishing yourself for the past. True confidence comes when you learn to accept your past, learn from it, and move forward with kindness toward yourself. Think about it. If a friend made a mistake, would you tell them they're a failure? Would you remind them of their worst moments over and over again? No, you would encourage them to learn and grow. So why not do the same for yourself? Emerson once said, "Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day." This means that no matter what happened yesterday, you have the power to start fresh today. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not determine your worth. What matters is what you choose to do now. Forgive yourself. Let go of the weight of regret and give yourself permission to move forward with strength and confidence. A key part of self-love is taking care of your mind and body. How you treat yourself physically and mentally affects your confidence and overall well-being. When you neglect your health, you send a message to yourself that you don't matter. But when you make self-care a priority, you reinforce the belief that you are worthy of love and respect. Taking care of yourself doesn't mean you have to follow extreme routines. It's about small, consistent actions. Eating nourishing foods, getting enough rest, moving your body, and giving yourself time to relax. Exercise isn't just for physical fitness. It also strengthens your mind, boosts your mood, and increases confidence. Even something as simple as going for a walk or stretching in the morning can make a difference. Your mental health is just as important. Take time to disconnect from negativity, whether it's toxic people, social media, or self-doubt. Emerson once said, "The first wealth is health." When you prioritize your well-being, you create a strong foundation for confidence. You feel better, you think clearer, and you show up as the best version of yourself. Self-care isn't selfish. It's necessary for living a confident and fulfilling life. Another essential part of self-love is embracing solitude. Many people fear being alone because they associate it with loneliness. But there's a big difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is feeling disconnected, even in a crowd. Solitude is choosing to spend time with yourself, to reflect, grow, and reconnect with your inner strength. When you become comfortable in your own company, you develop a deep sense of self-worth that doesn't rely on others. Spending time alone allows you to understand yourself better, your desires, your dreams, and your true purpose. It gives you the space to listen to your own thoughts instead of being influenced by the outside world. Emerson once said, "Make the most of yourself, for that is all there is of you. This means that the relationship you have with yourself is the most important one in your life. If you don't enjoy your own company, how can you expect others to? Use solitude as a tool for self-growth. Journal your thoughts, meditate, go for a quiet walk, or simply sit in stillness. Instead of avoiding alone time, embrace it. Because when you learn to love your own presence, you gain a confidence that no one can take away. You are enough, just as you are, whether you're surrounded by people or standing alone. Self-love also means trusting your iron string. This means that deep inside, you already know what's best for you. Your intuition is a powerful guide, but you have to learn to listen to it. Start by making small decisions without seeking outside approval. Trust yourself to know what you need. The more you practice this, the more confidence you will build. You will no longer feel the need to explain or justify your choices to everyone. You will stand firm in who you are, knowing that your path is yours alone to walk. Self-love is also about letting go of the past and embracing change. Many people hold on to old pain, failed relationships, or past mistakes, thinking that if they let go, they lose a part of themselves. But in reality, clinging to the past only stops you from growing into the person you're meant to be. Change can feel uncomfortable, but it's necessary for growth. Emerson once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." This means that your past does not define you. Your strength, resilience, and the choices you make today do. Let go of what no longer serves you. Release the old stories that tell you you're not good enough. Forgive yourself and others, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. When you stop carrying the weight of the past, you make room for confidence, happiness, and new opportunities. You are not who you were yesterday. You are becoming something greater every single day. Self-love also means having patience with yourself. Growth doesn't happen overnight, and confidence isn't built in a day. There will be times when you feel strong and unstoppable, and there will be times when self-doubt creeps in. That's normal. What matters is that you keep moving forward, even on the tough days. Too often we expect instant results. We think, if I practice self-love today, I should feel confident tomorrow. But real transformation takes time. Emerson once said, "Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience." Just like a tree doesn't grow tall in a single season, you won't become your best self overnight. Every small step you take, every kind word you say to yourself, every positive habit you build is shaping you into a stronger, more confident person. So be patient. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Don't rush the process or compare your journey to others. You are growing, evolving, and becoming the best version of yourself at exactly the right pace. Trust the journey. At the heart of self-love is knowing that you are already enough. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from accepting yourself as you are while continuing to grow. There will always be challenges, doubts, and setbacks, but none of them define your worth. You are worthy just as you are, right now. Emerson once said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." The world may try to tell you who you should be, what you should look like, or how you should live, but true confidence comes from embracing your unique journey. No one else can be you. No one else has your experiences, your dreams, or your strengths. That is your power. So from this moment on, choose to love yourself fully. Speak kindly to yourself. Walk with confidence. Set boundaries. Chase your dreams. Trust in your own strength. And most importantly, never forget that self-love is not selfish. It is the foundation of a happy and fulfilling life. If this message inspired you, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Here, we focus on motivation, self-improvement, and personal growth to help you become the best version of yourself. Remember, your journey to self-love and confidence starts with one decision: to believe in yourself.